Okay, this is New York Times Hard Sudoku puzzle for November 11. So one, you just know, are like this and like this. You have only 1, 2, but you know, 2s are like this, right? 3s are like this, and we have only 2 3s, which I'm not sure what we're going to do with. 4s are like this. 4s are vertical here. So that means actually this is 4, with 4s like this. Right? Okay, 5. So 5 we know can only be like this over here. 5 is flat. And that might be everything we know about 5s. 6s, we know this is a real 6. And so we know this is 6, so this has to be 5. So this is 5. It doesn't quite give us much information though. This 6 means this is 6. And that means 6s are like this. And in the middle we know 6s are like this. We also know this happens to be 7 and this has to be 1. So if this is 7, then this is 7. And over here we don't really know much about 7s. Over here we know 7s are flat. Now 1, this one I would say doesn't give us a whole lot. 8. So we do know up here 8s are vertical, right? So that means 8s are vertical like this. Also we know this is 8. So 6 can only fit here. So now we know every 6. 8s also means 8s are like this, right? Okay, 9s are in 2 cells over here. And I will mark 9s like this over here, I guess. And like this over here. But unfortunately it doesn't give us much. Okay. Now, so this cell right here can be 1, 2, or 7, right? This cell can be 1 or 7. And this cell right here in this column, by the way, I actually also know 4s already, but I didn't want to, so 4s are like this, 4s are like this, so 4s have to occupy the central column. But this cell right here cannot be 1, it can be 2 or 7, which makes it a 3 by 3, it makes this 4, 5, 4, 5, right? But more importantly, if you look at 2s, 2s are flat over here. 2s have to be flat like this. So looking in this column, right? So actually, yeah, so 1s are like this over here. So looking in this column, this can be 1. This can be 1. Now we just said 2 cannot go here because this is flat. This cannot be 2. This has to be 2. Now this, we need an 8. This cannot be 8 either. So this has to be 8. So the fact this is 1 just means 1s are like this over here. The fact this is 2 up here, well, let's look in this cell. Cannot be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this has to be 9. Okay, so now we know this is 9 in the middle here. And looking down, obviously we know 9s are vertical. So these are not 9s. This has to be 9, right? This is also not 8. This is 8. Okay, and we're left with 2 and 3, I think, right? Like this. And then over here in this column, again, we need 2's. I don't know how 2's are arranged. 3's are flat. And so this has to be 2, 3 again. So we have a lot of 2's and 3's, except that I forgot because these 2's are flat, so this actually cannot be 2. So let's get rid of 2's. This has to be 2. This is 3. This cannot be 3. Okay, and this is 8. And so just looking in this box, just to fill in the last digit, which is 2, right? So we just know 2's are like this in this box. Okay, so let me just fill in 3's, which can only be vertical here. That means 3's are just vertical like this. And then we do need a 9, which is also vertical, just like 3. So this cannot be 2. Has to be 2, but 9's, the fact that they're vertical, doesn't give us much, but this is 2, so this is 2. The only place where 2 can go. Okay, and so what else are we looking at? So we need 1, which is flat over here. And looking across, 1's are only like this. Okay, 7's are flat. So 7's, unfortunately, I think are flat. Okay, well, this is not 2, first of all. In this column, 2 can only go here. This is not 2. Okay, and so what do we have? What do we have here? Well, should I enter anything in this box real quick? So this cannot be 3, so we know 3's are vertical. So looking in this box, 3's are like this, right? 7 now. 7, I don't know, but I will enter in 2 positions over here. 9's we do know in 2 spots. Okay, so what do we know here? So 8, okay, yeah, so 8 can only be here in this row. 1 can only be here, this is 7. So this cannot be 7. This is a matching pair, so this is 7. Now, this cannot be 3, this has to be 9. This is 3. This is 3. Okay, this is 4 or 5, which still is in play. This matching pair over here, we need a 7. Okay, 1, 7, 1, 7. Now, what else are we missing in this box then? So this cannot be 4, but it can be 5. And then the last digit here we need is a 2, I think, right? Which can only go here. So this is 5, this is 4, this is 5, this is 4. Okay, and then over here, this is of course 7. And then where does 1 go? 1 can only fit here. Okay. Now, this cell right here should be 3 or 9, but it cannot be 9. So it's 3, 9, 3. This is 4, 9, but it cannot be 9, so this is 4. This is 9, this is 4. Get rid of these 4's, and we need a 9, which can only be here, right? This is 5. This is not 4, this has to be 4. So in this column, this has to be 2. This is not 8, of course. So this is a 5. I think can only be 5. Right? So now 5's are either here, here, but only here can be 5. So 1, 7, 1, 8. Okay.